Welcome back. So now that we've installed the GNOME environment, let's go ahead and install some additional software. So we can go over here to the software application, and it's always a good idea to check for any updates. Okay, there's a system update. We'll go ahead and download that. Okay, let's restart and update the system. Okay, let's go back, double check, see if there are no more updates. And things are still loading. Everything's up to date. So let's go ahead and install some software. I hope to use this computer to hopefully to do some editing. So I'm going to install a program called Shotcut. Select that and let's go ahead and install. And it's asking for the administrative password. So we still need to fix the sudo issue, which we'll do right after we install this software. Okay, let's make sure it opens up. So it looks like it opened up okay, and we'll go into details on this program, or basically an introduction in a later video. But we still have some more software to install. So let's go correct that sudo issue, or at least attempt to it. So let's go into the terminal. And the first thing we want to see is what groups the samples user is in. So it's in the samples group, the CD-ROM group, the floppy, there's a floppy group apparently, the audio group, dip, video, plugin dev, users, netdev, and Bluetooth. What I don't see is the sudo group. So let's go over to the etc file. And let's take a look at the group file. And if you look here, the sudo group does not have the user samples in it. So that's what we need to change. But we need to use the su command to change our user to root to edit this file. So let's go back to the etc file, and we are going to go over here to the sudo group and add samples. And we'll exit out. And we still aren't in that group because it will need to restart that service. So the easiest way to restart the service is to do another reboot, and I am not gonna have you sit around and wait for it to reboot. I'm just going to edit that part out. So I will be back in a moment while this reboots. Okay, now we rebooted. Let's go ahead back into the terminal. And we'll go ahead and run that groups command again, and lo and behold, we're in the sudo group. Okay, so let's give it a test. Let's do an update for APT. And now it's going to ask for the samples user's password. And everything is still up to date, but at least now we know that the sudo command works. And we can go back to installing some more software. So we installed Shotcut, but now I have to create the thumbnails for this series. I haven't created any of the thumbnails for this Debian Bookworm series. So let's go ahead and install the GNU image manipulation program, or Gimp. This is one of the programs I use. And if I click install, now it wants samples and tests password. So we don't have to use the administrator password anymore. Okay, let's open it up, make sure it opens. So Gimp is a open source version of Photoshop, is basically the best way to describe it. It's used to create raster based images. It opened up. Again, in a future video I'll show how to use Gimp. Maybe do a video making the thumbnails for this this video and this series. Okay, so besides Gimp, we may need to work with some vector files, or a combination of vector or raster files. So let's look for a program called Inkscape. Now Inkscape is, like it says, a vector graphic editor. It's similar to Adobe's Illustrator. So let's go ahead and install that. And like we've been doing, let's open it up and make sure it opens. Okay, you can change how you want basically the look of it. We're just gonna keep things classical, keyboards, default, everything. We're just gonna save this. Also use it in a dark mode. Okay. Just make sure it opens up a new document. Yep. And again, we'll work on this in a future video. Now, I want to be able to use this to stream on YouTube. So what we're going to be using is OBS Studio. We'll install that. That's going to take a lot more configuration to get that up and running. Okay, we'll make sure that opens. Okay. That may still work. I believe the issue I'm having with that is that I am hooking this up to an external monitor and not using the organic display. I'm using the screen capture to view this. So this could be also an issue with Debian Bookworm, where it's not compatible. So something I'm gonna have to work on in the future. And let's go ahead and do some more updates to settings. Okay, we already looked at the displays. Now let's look at the power. The battery is at 87% because this has a problematic power cord. So what we may want to do is keep a closer eye on it, and we'll use put the battery percentage in there. And okay, got the battery charging. And this actually may be a good opportunity to show you how to check the battery level from the command prompt from terminal. So if you want to see how that is, the easiest way is to go to the sys classes power supply, and the power supply we want to look at is the BAT01. And these are system files that are constantly updated. They act as regular text files, so you can just cat capacity and it'll tell you it's 88%. You can cat status, it'll tell you it's charging. If you disconnect the cable, as you can see in the over here, it's no longer charging, and you view this, now it's saying discharging, and once it gets full, I believe it will say full. So these are all things that you can look at to see, and now you can make a bash script to say monitor the capacity file, and when it's say below 75%, it sends you a warning or something to that effect. There's different things you can do with the system, and like always, if you have any ideas that you want me to try, go ahead and put them in the comments. But for right now, we're gonna leave this this video here, and we'll continue up with the next video, which will most likely be me using Shotcut and editing this video. So like always, thank you for watching and have a great day.